Hey, it's Kelly. Welcome back to my channel where we talk all about gentle skincare, sometimes self-care, and today we're talking skincare empties. Over 30 of them. I have so many empty skincare products that I use mostly throughout the summer months. So today I'm going to be rounding up everything, sharing all of my thoughts, and giving you a star rating on how these products perform for me. So we got a lot to get through. Give the video a big thumbs up and let's jump right in. Let's talk about cleansers first. This is the DamDam Silk Rice Cleansing Oil. Now this is actually the second bottle of this cleansing oil that I've emptied, so that says something, right? Definitely like it enough to use it more than once. And I do like the formula. It's gentle, it's fragrance free, it works just as hard and as effectively as I want my cleansing oil to work, right? But it's not stripping to the skin, it's not filmy on the skin. The only thing that I ever have to say about this is just a little pricey, you know, compared to some other like K-beauty products. DamDam is a Japanese inspired brand, so it is a little bit higher priced than some of my K-beauty favorites. So for that reason alone, I am ranking this an 8 out of 10, but I would happily use a third bottle. La-Roche Posay Gentle Foaming Cleansing Oil. Yes, I have two here. I emptied two, and I have to say I'm pretty like bougie. I like to keep one in the shower and one on the sink side. I really like to keep one in the shower because this is a great face and body wash. It's gentle enough for your face, right? But it's actually effective enough to be used as a body wash as well. And the giant bottle, 400 milliliter, it's perfect with the pump. Perfect shower side. And then I do like to keep one on the sink side. It's really skin respective. It doesn't strip my skin at all, which is combination and leans a little more oily in the summertime, but it's not overwhelming. You know, they say it's an oil cleanser. It's not. There's no oil in here. I hate that they use that word to infer that this is a gentle moisturizing type of cleanser. It is that, but it's not like a milk cleanser. It's not like actual straight up oil that you're putting onto your face. It's just like a really nice gel texture that doesn't strip your skin. I have two here, and I actually have another one of these in my shower already. So just for that reason alone, obviously it's stuck with me for a long time. I'm rating these a 10 out of 10. Dr. Idriss Soft Wash. It is a gentle, sensitive skin friendly cleanser. I expect no less from Dr. Idriss. She really delivered on that front. It is not stripping. It feels really nice on the skin. It's kind of a silky, like gel cream kind of texture. It feels like a foaming cleanser, but it just doesn't foam up like real harshly on the skin. It is a little bit of a pricier, you know, investment for a cleanser. It's about $30. So just for that alone, I'm going to be rating this a 9 out of 10. Now let's talk about essences and toners. This is the Missha The First Essence 5X. I really did enjoy this. This is the first time I've tried the upgraded 5X version, and you know, it's really good. I've used so many different like generations or versions of this. It's dear to my heart and has been for a long time. It's a really beautiful first essence that's great for your skin barrier. It's great to increase hydration and give your skin a really beautiful glow and really even out your complexion. I really do enjoy this. I'm rating this a 9 out of 10, and the only reason I knocked a point off of it was A, I didn't want everything to be a 10 out of 10, but also B, I feel like this is a slower working essence than say like a SK2, right? And it's obviously a lot less expensive than SK2. But I think it's important to mention that in the grand scheme of like first essences, this works. It's just something I feel like you need to be a little bit more patient with. It's a little bit slower, a little bit more subtle. Numbuzin #1 Purefull Herb Calming Toner. I absolutely love this. And if you remember in my last empties video, which I did in May, I think it was like 100 milliliter like deluxe size of this toner, and I was talking about how much I loved it and I was going to buy the full size. Well, I did, and I used it up and I emptied it since then. I really enjoyed this. I talked a lot about this on my channel, so you shouldn't be surprised. I am going to rate this a 10 out of 10. It's that perfect unicorn toner for me. It's that right watery, really refreshing, quickly absorbed, non-sticky texture. It's really layerable, but each layer of toner actually is incredibly hydrating, really replenishing to my skin. It just doesn't weigh it down at all. Roundlab 1025 Dokdo Toner. Yep, you've seen it in a lot of other empty videos before. It's very similar to the Numbuzin toner, although I think Numbuzin is just the tiniest bit more hydrating. Roundlab is actually really perfect for the summer months for me because it is so weightless, so breathable, not sticky on the skin. I'm rating this a 10 out of 10. Kaine Kombu Balancing Ampule Toner, another one you've seen many empties of from me. I really do enjoy this. It's a really nice kind of like full fat water type of toner. It's not just water. There's a little body, there's a little bounce, not a lot, it's not a gel, but it just kind of plumps up your skin just a little bit more, just kind of like expands inside of your skin and makes your skin really plump and bouncy and juicy. And I love the hydration level of this. And then the tea also seems to help reduce redness and inflammation. So if I'm breaking out, it tends to make that area look a little better. And I always have some natural redness around my nose, and it really helps to bring that down, which can sometimes be a little bit more apparent in the summer with heat and everything. Dr. Ceuracle Vegan Kombucha Tea Essence. Now this is kind of like the creamy, milky, moisturizing version of the Kaine toner. This is a 2-in-1. There is a tea portion in here, and then there's like this really silky, creamy essence that you mix them together, and then it creates this really like skin softening, moisturizing, nourishing type of experience with all the benefits of tea, with that skin nourishment and the brightening, right, and the redness reduction. So I really like this one too. I think I forgot to rate the Kaine. I forgot to rate this one. It is a 10 out of 10. And like I said, Dr. Ceuracle is kind of the moisturizing version of it. It's also a 10 out of 10. You know I love this so much. And so this is a nice one, like if you wanted to do like a morning routine and a more nourishing nighttime routine. By Wishtrend Propolis Energy Boosting Essence. It's been a while since this has been in an empty, but I've emptied quite a few of these, and I really do enjoy this. I picked this back up in the spring of this year because my skin was freaking out. It was breaking out a lot, due to the weather changes and to hormones and everything. And this is such a fantastic anti-acne product for sensitive skin, because they do rely on 10% of willow bark extract in here, and that is a really nice natural salicylate. It's not as aggressive as chemical exfoliation, so it's not like putting like a PHA or a BHA on your face, but it does have some of those really gentle skin cell turnover benefits. I can't use chemical exfoliation every single day, but I can use this every single day. So when I'm breaking out and I need to be careful about how many actives I'm using, I can't blast my skin, I'll build this into my routine to kind of like bridge the gap between using like an azelaic acid serum or using a BHA toner. I'll use this just to help bring the inflammation down, the redness down, the swelling, and the size of the pimple. 10 out of 10. Isntree Chestnut BHA 2% clear liquid. Really do enjoy this, especially as like a K-Beauty dupe alternative to the Polish Choice BHA. There's 2% of salicylic acid in here. I actually use this a lot when I break out on my chest and like the tops of my arms, and then of course on my back. I can get congestion, I can get breakouts and things like that. So I actually decanted this bottle into a spray bottle. So when I get out of the shower, I'll spray my chest and arms and then spray on my back. That's how I use this bottle up. And this is one of my favorite like higher percentage exfoliants that's available in the K-Beauty world. So I'm going to rate this a 9 out of 10. This is the Peach and Lily Retinal for All Serum, and I really, really love this product. This is actually the product that I used when I discontinued my tretinoin prescription, and I went right into this product, and I don't regret it at all. This was the perfect bridge for me. It is a potent product, but it's a lot gentler than, of course, prescription tretinoin, but even just this formula itself is a lot more gentle than other retinaldehydes that I have tried. They have formulated it with a lot of barrier supportive ingredients, and they've really formulated it in a way to help your skin accept the retinaldehyde, which, as you know, it's a little bit more potent than your retinol spelled with an O, right? It takes one less conversion step on the skin to turn into retinoic acid. So it is effective. You know what I mean? It is potent, don't get me wrong, but they've just formulated it in a way that feels so balanced, and it was really easy for my skin to accept this, and I joyfully really accept this. It made my life a lot easier, and some really nice results with this. Definitely, you know, that retinoid glow, I did not lose that from coming off of tretinoin. Actually, I didn't really lose anything from stopping my tretinoin and continuing with a good retinoid like this one. I'm going to rate this a 9 out of 10, and the only reason is the price. This thing is like $50, $60, and I just don't understand. It is worth worth it, but I still think that it's a lot of money. You know what I mean? So that's the only reason why. It's just everything with Peach and Lily always feels just a little bit more expensive than it needs to be, but I just freaking love the products from them so much that I'll pay for it. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, ugh. This is Stratia Lipid Gold. This is a 10 out of 10. Do I really need to spend much more time on it? It's been in every single skincare routine basically since 2018. I absolutely adore this product. This would be my desert island pick, my holy grail pick. I love it. 10 out of 10. Another longtime favorite, the by Wishtrend Propolis Energy Calming Ampoule. Now I have emptied a lot of these, and I've even emptied them when it was called the Polyphenols in Propolis 15% Ampoule. I remember that. Same formula. They changed the name, so it's like a little bit more fun to say, right? And they changed the packaging, but the formula is still the same. This is so amazing. And just like the essence that I talked about before from the same brand, really one of my go-tos when my skin is breaking out, but I can't use aggressive actives. So I absolutely love this and use this at the same time that I was using the essence to fight that breakout that I was having during the springtime months. So absolutely adore it. Like I said, 10 out of 10. We'll buy again. Actually, I have another bottle. I'm using it right now. Biossance Squalane and Copper Peptide Rapid Plumping Serum. I have such mixed thoughts about this. You know, on one hand, it's really freaking expensive. It's almost $70 for 50 milliliter of serum. And the amount of copper peptide, like, is it an effective amount? Is it like a proven clinical amount? Probably not, right? Not really a very sciencey, like, formulation driven brand, right? But on the other hand, like, this is the second bottle of this that I've emptied. I really do enjoy using it. It's a pleasure to use. The texture is beautiful because they've mixed the copper peptide along with some other hydrating ingredients with that squalane, which really creates this beautiful silky gel texture. It absorbs in the skin really quick and beautifully. It's very replenishing. It's very hydrating, and it's plumping just in the texture, right? It makes your skin feel smooth and firm and bouncy and plump, and everything has absorbed inside of your skin. It's not sticky on the top. Like, it's just such a beautiful texture that performs beautifully. And I loved using this, especially in the hot weather, because like I said, all that hydration, all that plumping, but really not a lot of weight and not a lot of stickiness. And this pairs so well with lots of different skincare products. I absolutely adore using this. So 2 bottles empty, lovely texture, a joy and pleasure to use. Balanced with the other things that I was talking about, right? This is solidly for me a 7 out of 10. Neogen Real Ferment Micro Serum. So this is a serum that contains some galactomyces ferment. I believe there's also bifida ferment in here. Lots of different ferments, as well as a little kiss of ascorbic acid in here. And you know, I am not a big fan of the Neogen essence. It's been a really long time since I've tried it, but it really wasn't my cup of tea. I actually like the serum quite a bit. It's a little bit more of a streamlined and focused ingredients list, in my opinion. And I really liked the benefits that I saw with this. This is quite brightening. It really evens out the skin tone, brings out that healthy lit from within glow, which is what I expect from galactomyces. But the serum delivers, and delivers pretty fast. The only thing I don't love about this, and the reason why I want to rate this an 8 out of 10, is the texture. It is so thick. It's a really thick cream texture, and it's not like a silky cream texture. It's like kind of a heavy, slightly sticky cream texture. It's not going to work for a lot of skin types, and quite honestly, it was a little heavy for me personally. I emptied this early summer, but as we move further into the warmer months, it was just too heavy. So yeah, really great performing fermented serum for the right skin type. So let's talk oils. This is the Ordinary Chia Seed oil, and I have to say 10 out of 10. You've seen me use it in a lot of my skincare routines. It's really the oil that I favor in warm weather. This was recently discontinued by The Ordinary. They made that announcement this summer. So 0 out of 10, right, for that decision. So you can no longer get your hands on this, and this was actually my last bottle. So like, shed a tear and pour one out for a homie. I'm gonna really miss this one. Now I also have emptied The Ordinary Bee oil, which is another longtime favorite. I actually usually rotate these two because they are so affordable. It's easy for me to keep these on hand all the time. 10 out of 10. I absolutely love this. The Ordinary tried to discontinue this. They tried to announce it when they announced the discontinuation of Chia Seed. They're like, oh yeah, and by the way, bee oil is going to be discontinued too. I think they got a ton of pushback because they quietly undiscontinued it. So for the time being, this is still available. So goodie, 10 out of 10. 2 eye creams here, one from Biossance, the Marine Algae Eye Cream, and then one from DamDam, the Matcha Boost Eye Serum. I want to actually talk about both of these at the same time because they actually have the same rating and I feel very similarly about these. You know, they were really great texture-wise for summer. Biossance has this really light lotion-like texture that quickly absorbs in the skin. It's nourishing, it's just not heavy. And DamDam actually has more of like this milky gel texture that really plumps the eye area, which is really helpful if you do have some fine lines or maybe a little loss of elasticity in the eye, the under eye area especially. Just hydrating and plumping that area can really actually smooth it out quite a bit. And I feel like this did that very nicely. The performance as far as moisturizing, hydrating, balancing, plumping, all of that, really good. I'm giving these a 7 out of 10. I'm marking some points off because neither one is really heavy hitting in the well aging department. We don't really have the collagen stimulating peptides. There's, you know, no retinol in here. There's really nothing here that's really fighting fine lines and wrinkles, restoring skin elasticity. They're really just moisturizing and hydrating. Let's talk about moisturizers. I want to go through these pretty quickly because they're all 10 out of 10 and things I've talked about quite a bit on my channel. The Pyeongchang Yul Ado Cream Blue Label. I really enjoy this cream. I think it's pretty underrated in the K-beauty world. It's a really nice, nourishing, medium weight cream. It sinks into the skin really nicely, does a lot of moisturization inside of the skin, but it's not like shiny and greasy on the top. And I think it's truly a medium weight moisturizer. It's not overwhelming, but it's very barrier supportive with ceramides and cholesterol and all those goodies in there. So I really like this one. It is a little bit lighter weight in texture than the Illy-Yoon Ceramide Ado Concentrate Cream, which I've been talking about since 2019. This one's a little bit richer, especially since it was reformulated about 2 years ago. They added a little bit more oil content, so it actually creates a richer, silkier, more moisturized experience, and I really do enjoy how much moisture this brings my skin. This was one that I finished up towards the beginning of summer, like end of spring. This is a little bit heavy to wear on like 90-degree days, right? It's a little too much for my skin at that point, but this is a long time favorite and it's really nourishing if you do have some dryness on your skin. Now the Cetaphil Moisturizing Cream, love, love, love this stuff. It's so straightforward, but that's what I like about it. It's actually quite occlusive without being really heavy. There's not a lot of weight to this and it absorbs in the skin like a dream. This is actually something I do use on my face, but I love it as a body moisturizer because it absorbs so quickly into the skin. You know, some of the heavier moisturizing creams can take a long time to sink in the skin and then you're waiting around and it's like you can't get your clothes on fast enough, but because this sinks into the skin so quickly, it makes, you know, like summertime showers a breeze no matter how humid it is outside. So moisturizing, so nourishing, but lightweight and quickly absorbed. And then finally the CeraVe Moisturizing Cream. Oh, love this so much. This is really my go-to drugstore moisturizer. I always have this on hand. Love, love, love it. Another medium weight. You can see what I like in my moisturizers. Really good medium weight, not greasy cream. And yeah, all of these are not new to me at all. 10 out of 10, adore. So let's talk about sunscreen, and this is the category I have the most to talk about because it is the end of summer, right? First up is the Avène Very High Protection Fragrance-Free Fluid. I do have 2 empties here. This is my go-to when I need a high protection sunscreen that's water resistant. Not necessarily the very most elegant like one. It's definitely a thicker type of sunscreen, but it is highly protective. La-Roche Posay Wet Skin Gel. This is my go-to body sunscreen when I need something high protection, water resistant, hardworking for high UV hot days. So this is another one where I'm really active. I'm going to be using this. This is also one of the few sunscreens that I feel very protected if I were to go swimming with. I used this when I was in Greece. When I would swim in the sea, this is what I would choose to protect my skin with. So really, really good one, 10 out of 10. So I have 3 packages here of the MediHeal UV Cut Sun Patches. And these are something that I relied on a lot this year to help protect my cheekbones especially. I do have some existing sun damage and freckles in that area. I'm not looking to make them darker, you know what I mean, by being exposed to the sun. I'm looking to fade them. And so this helps to protect the progress that I've made with that while also helping to resist any new sun damage. Some people really misunderstand the point of these. You absolutely are using this in addition to your sunscreen. You're not using these only as your sunscreen. And these are the ones I love the best, the MediHeal, because they really stand up to sweating. So these for me, repurchased quite a few times, right? 10 out of a 10. Cancer Council Sport Sunscreen. Now this is an Australian brand, but I did find it on YesStyle. I don't like this sunscreen. I was really excited. I thought I was going to, but I really don't. I use this mostly as a body sunscreen. And while it has a nice texture that absorbs quickly and doesn't feel like really greasy or like filmy or plasticky on my skin, and it is fragrance free, this actually is not very protective. This, I actually started to pick up color and tan with this very fast. It's just not that protective. I don't understand, because it is water resistant. It is an SPF 50 formula, but it just really does not perform. So it's a nice texture, but like really crappy performance, and for not what I would expect from an Australian sunscreen, right? So I mean, like, I put 5 out of 10, but like I don't even know if it deserves 5 out of 10, like 0 out of 10. It's just not that protective. Good Old Heartleaf Calming Moisture Sunscreen. Now this used to be called the Hutania Cordata sun cream, but they changed the name. They did not change the formula. So I have been a fan of this for quite a few years. Not my first rodeo with this one. And as you can see, I bought the 2-pack. I wanted to show you the 2-pack box because I stocked up before summer came, because this is really a lightweight, really breathable, casual exposure sunscreen. I just really like it for summer because it's so lightweight. It's so comfortable. So definitely love, 10 out of 10. Skin 1004 Hyaluronic Sunscreen. Yeah, 10 out of 10. You know that this is the one that I talk about the most. And a lot of the things I said about Goodall really ring true about this one. It's casual exposure, but it's really lightweight. It's so breathable. It's not bothersome on my skin, right? This is the sunscreen that just always works for me no matter what. Isntree Hyaluronic Acid Watery Sun Gel. This is something that I have liked a few years ago, and then it kind of like fell out of my routine, and then I picked it back up again this year. I do really like this one. Again, casual exposure, it's not water resistant, all of that. A nice gel texture, but it is quite dewy, and sometimes I love that and sometimes I don't. So just for that reason alone, I'm gonna knock a point off, but it's still a really good sunscreen, 9 out of 10. Benton Cica Gel Sunscreen Serum. I really enjoy this one. I actually did a review of this at the beginning of 2024, and it's a really nice, lightweight, very grippy type of sunscreen. It's not water resistant, but I do feel like this just doesn't slip and slide on my skin the way some of the more moisturizing K-beauty sunscreens can. Fairly neutral type of finish with this sunscreen. A little dew, but it's not overly shiny. There is a really pretty floral fruity scent to this. It's coming from extracts. There's no artificial fragrance, fragrant compounds, or essential oils here. But because of that, which I find a little like, oh, it's not scented, but it is, I'm going to give this an 8 out of 10. I really enjoy this sunscreen. Oh, I know I say it after every Empties video, but like, that's a lot. It's a lot of reviews in a short period of time. I really hope that you enjoyed that rapid fire review of all of these empties. If you've emptied anything recently, let me know your mini review in the comments below. If you love the video and you want to see some more skincare content from me, make sure to hit subscribe and turn on notifications so you're never out of the loop. I hope you are healthy, happy, and safe wherever you are in the world. I love you so much. Thanks for being here with me today, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.